Hello, my name is MooingCat and welcome to my first playthrough of Guild Expedition Level 5. This is gonna be really exciting to see how it works in-game finally. Yesterday I made a video going through all of the reward buildings, a bit on the mechanics and so on. So if you want to learn more about that, I recommend checking out that video. I will talk a little bit about the buildings in this video as well, but it will be mainly me playing through the level, hopefully being able to complete all the encounters. Now, another thing I quickly want to mention before I start, tomorrow we will have the wildlife event on beta. So stay tuned for a video on that tomorrow. Quite a busy week this week with Guild Expedition Level 5 and the wildlife event at the same time. But yeah, that's going to be exciting. We have some quite crazy buildings here as well. But yeah, that's not the topic of this video. This video is all about the Guild Expedition. So let's start by unlocking the level. As you can see here, the cost in the future era is 96 of each good. I believe that goes up to, I believe in Space Age Jupiter Moon it is 192 or 96 or something like that. So a decent amount, a decent jump from previous levels, but I think the unlock cost will be quite manageable for most guilds, so that shouldn't be an issue. Alright, let's play. Let's see how it works. Alright, so we do have this quick overview here, so I guess we should just read this as well. Might be quite interesting. We already know it, but why not? In the 5th level of the Guild Expedition, your army uses the City Defenders boost. This wonderful, lush domain needs to be defended. Prepare for a challenge. Fortifications, which I mentioned briefly last time. On each encounter, you can build at least one fortification. They can help you win this individual encounter's battle or negotiation. Use the build tab to see the fortifications you can build, and we will definitely do that in a moment. And then rewards. Collect wonderful rewards on your journey. The more encounters you can overcome, the better your rewards will be. Alright, let's get started. First of all, I really like the look of it. It looks definitely very lush, which is the code name for this level. Alright, first of all, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's make it a little bit bigger, easier to see for you guys. Let's keep it at 125%. So, as I have gone over actually in some of my spoiler beta recaps, and I'm quite happy that I was completely right in how this would be built up. The battle tab here usually has fight or attack, I believe it is, and just a sword, but now it is the defend option. And when you go here, we'll go over that in a moment. You can see that my units use my city defense, which, as you can see, I have hardly any defense at all. Plus 55, 65. I don't really have a lot of attack either, but yeah, I definitely don't have a lot of city defense. And the enemy, as you can see here, has 228% city defense, boosts. Now, I don't know the full stats for all ages, of course, yet, but I do know that in Iron Age, the first encounter, I have it on the side there, has a 32% boost in Iron Age, and the last encounter in Iron Age has a 1000 attack boost, attack and defense boost for the enemy units. So that's the range in Iron Age. In Future Era here, you can see that I start at 228. I don't know how far it will go up, but if we look at Space Age Jupiter Moon, the last age, the first encounter here has 449 attack boosts, so that's almost twice as much. And then at the final encounter in Space Age Jupiter Moon, the enemies have 2,569 attack boost, which is a crazy amount, and I don't think you will be able to win a lot of these fights in the beginning, unless you are one of those rare people who have actually been focusing on your city defense. So that's fighting. Let's go to the negotiation tab. Nothing too special here. Here we have 10 options, and I'm pretty sure we have 10 options on each of these encounters, which we'll see. And yeah, you simply have to negotiate, and the numbers of course here are quite high compared to the previous levels. Then finally we have this build tab, build. Here you can build fortifications. These cost some goods, some of your own goods, so personal goods, not guild goods, and these give you some boosts. So the Eagle Warrior Temple here gives some attack boost, the Jaguar Warrior Temple some defense boost for your units, and this statue here reduces the number of choices during the negotiation by 1, which is really helpful actually. Not so much for saving goods or anything like that, but it does increase or improve your chance of winning by quite a lot. So yeah, if you're negotiating, you definitely want to get this every time it is available. Now, is there anything else I need to say? The attack boosts here, they do scale with age, but not by a lot. In Space Age, Jupiter, Moon, I believe these are 50% around this age. So that doesn't really change too much. All right. Now, for this first one here, I do kind of want to try to fight it. I'm not sure how successful I will be, but I'm thinking that Future Era might be one of those rare ages where it might actually be possible to win some of these, even though you have quite a lot lower stats. Because of the stealth, the hover tanks might be useful. So I have 200 defense, these deal 200 attack and 500 attack, so these will hurt a little bit, but these will be manageable. Second wave I'm a little bit worried about the railguns, but they do recharge, so I'm gonna give this fight a go. I don't think that I will buy... Actually no, let's buy up fortifications, let's do it. Let's get some attack boost, I believe. It costs 30 goods, so it's not that much, and if I build it, you can see here that I can delete it and build another one if I want to. So if I'm not able to win, I'm not sure if I am, so if I'm not able to win, I can go back, I can get this, and I'll negotiate the encounter here. So, oh, actually there is one thing I do want to quickly go through, but yeah, let's just quickly go back here. I do want to quickly look at the available goods I have right now, just so that we can compare it for afterwards. So these are my... That's really annoying that it's split into 2. But yeah, so there we have them. I can go back and check the video, and then I can write down how many goods I used during the encounter in the pinned comment. So look at that if you want to see how much I spend on negotiating, because I definitely will be negotiating a lot of these encounters. But let's see if I'm able to win this fight first. Let's go, and I will be doing all of this manually. No way that I'll be able to win these automatically, or perhaps some of these will be able to win automatically, but yeah, I will negotiate quite manually, fight quite a lot. Alright, so next wave you can see that none of these can reach me, none of these either if I move out of the way, so that's very nice. So I can just stay at a range like that. And this, I'll be able to stay out of range as well. That's very nice. There we go. Alright, nice. So yeah, this combo seems to be quite manageable, quite easy to win against. And I think it's a little bit annoying, so I think I will turn off the sound effects. So yeah, I'm gonna kill off the drones first. They deal more damage, and then hopefully I should be fine. I might lose one of the... Oh, that's not a lot of damage at all. That's going to be the defensive ability, actually. The force field, I believe it is. Yeah, the force field. That's actually also very nice with the hover tanks. Not something I usually think about with them, but yeah, they absorb some damage. So that's very nice. I should have used some damaged rogues, actually, because I do have some. So I might lose one hover tank, but you can see that I'm in a mindset of using higher age units, because I don't actually need to care too much if I lose these units. I have 300 of them, which is not that much, but it is a decent amount. I'm actually going to move my units forward, because I want to be able to reach these later on. So yeah, I'll move my units forward. each time I hit them. Alright. I do want to... Actually, I don't have to care about stealth at all. Neither of the enemy units actually care about my stealth. The railguns can shoot through it, and the drones... It's drones, right? Yeah, drone swarm. They don't care. So, don't need to worry about that. I don't deal a lot of damage at all to those. So let's take down the drone. Alright, and then, yeah. I might lose a couple of units here, but luckily these do recharge, so yeah, even though I lose a few, I should be able to take down the rest relatively easy. I don't deal a lot of damage at all. Wow. Interesting. So that's good to know for future battles where the enemy has a lot more defense. I'll still be able to win this, but but yeah, I'll take a lot more damage than I anticipated. Alright. Actually, I can just auto-finish the rest of it. So yeah, here we can definitely see, I think what will be quite common. Not a lot of people have city defense, or have a lot of it, so a lot of these fights will be challenging. Anyways, for rewards, here you can see that the first one has 10 fragments, and it is guaranteed, of the Greater Ritual Flame. The next one, 5 fragments of the Divine Skywatch. The next one, 5 fragments of the Feathered Serpent Statue. All of these guaranteed, and this one as well, guaranteed. And you'll see that throughout the level, all the rewards are guaranteed, with a slight exception that I'll talk about when we get there, in this area. But that means that basically, you will be able to get each building, each of the reward buildings I went over in the last video, every 4 weeks. So every 4 weeks you will get 1 level of the Forgotten Temple, or 1 full Forgotten Temple. You will get 1 level of the Feathered Serpent Statue. You need 3 of these. And you will get 1 chain building for the statue every 4 weeks. You will get 1 Divine Skywatch and 1 Greater Ritual Flame every 4 weeks. Alright. Let's have a look at the defense. I'll get an expense fortification later on. Alright, so here we have some satellite spotters. Those are easy to deal with. The exoskeleton soldiers, they aren't that easy to deal with hovers, but should still be fine, I believe. And second wave, ooh, that's gonna be a tough one. This might be a hard no when it comes to ability to win, but I can still give it a go and see if it works. Both of these shoot through stealth, so I'm not sure if it is worth going for hover tanks. I might try with Battle Fortress with reactive armor, which might be nice. So I could try that. That might succeed. That is a higher H unit I have here. Haven't really been playing for higher H units on the beta world, but I did do some testing back when I did play for higher rate units, so that's why I have some Arctic Future units here on beta. So I might try this. I have 233 attack, so I'll probably have to do 3 or 4 hits on each of these. Probably more actually against the exoskeleton, because those have... I don't know, I'm not sure if I'll be able to win this. All of these have extra defense against the battle fortresses. What about the other units? I don't think those will be helpful either. I don't know. Let's give it a go. I don't think I'll win, but I can always try. I'll surrender if I don't, and then I will start negotiating. Because for the most part, I'm pretty sure that I will have to negotiate through all of the encounters. Alright. I do want to stay out of range of these, which sadly I'm not able to. So that's unfortunate. Alright, so these I will be able to deal 2 to 5 damage, and these 3 to 6. So I guess I want to take down these first before I touch those. That's annoying. You have to do 3 hits on them. That's to be expected. And I'm pretty sure I'll give it a go, but I'm pretty sure right away that I don't even need to finish trying. I'm pretty sure I will not be able to win this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's continue. Let's give it a go. Ooh, that's unfortunate. All right. Let's just go. I'll definitely lose, but let's see how badly I lose. Let's not take retaliation damage. So I'll probably win this fight. I'll definitely win this fight, but we do also have one more fight after this, which is going to be a problem. All right. There we go. So I won that, but I don't even need to try the next fight because I'll definitely not be able to win this. So let's retreat and let's go for some negotiation instead. So here, I did forget to look at these, but yeah, we have the same. You have the Eagle Warrior Temple, Jaguar Warrior Temple, and here we have another defense or another negotiation option, which is a cost reduction. However, you can see the cost here is 50, and you reduce this by 2 for every attempt, or 2 for every option you fill, every slot you fill out in the negotiation. And because you have so many options, you will probably spend like 15, 20 attempts, roughly, perhaps each encounter. However, 50 goods, and if you do 20, you only save 40 goods by with this. So based on everything I've seen, these are never worth building unless you plan to do to abort the negotiation if you don't succeed within the given number of attempts. So this one is pretty much never worth a building. All right. Another thing, you still, I'll just you have a pop-up here if you don't build a fortification, but I'll just remove that now. Here you can see that you do have quite a low chance of winning, 8% according to FoE Helper, and that's because you only have 3 turns still. I think they could have bumped it up to 4, but because of that, I will definitely be using the Tavern boost, and I only have enough Tavern boost to get this once, so I do need to finish everything within half an hour. But I think I'll be able to do that, and I'll try from this point on. I'll try to go a little bit faster because it's already been 18 minutes and I haven't hardly done anything. So let's continue and let's start negotiating. So now you can see we have a much higher chance, 68%, and I will be using extra diamonds if I need to get more attempts. I will not be aborting. Oh, by the way, here you can see that the goods cost is 16, so already very high. Let's see, I messed up there. And in case you don't know, when I do this during live streams, there's always some people who don't know what I'm doing, but what I'm doing to choose these goods is that I'm using my keyboard, my number keys. In FoE Helper here, you can see these numbers 1. If you press 1, you open the first slot. If you then press 7, you choose the 7th option in this list. So next, 2nd slot, 4th option, 3rd slot, 10th option, or 0, 4th slot, 10th option. So that's what I'm using, and that's what you can hear. You can probably hear me clicking as well. So let's finish this. I'll probably not win, but no, I'm not, but I'll buy some more turns. That's definitely worth more. The goods I'm using are worth way more than the diamonds I'm using to get additional attempts, so that's no issue for me. And I'll choose the one I have more of first. All right, nice. So there we have the first negotiation successfully won. 5 fragment of the Divine Skywatch, which is quite nice as well. It gives, it's a little bit, we're used to seeing attack and defense separated, but the symbol there is attack and defense. So you get both of those boosts from this building. That might confuse people at first, think it's only 4% attack, but it's 4% attack and defense for attacking army. And you'll see that all of the buildings have both attack and defense, one of the rewards. Alright, let's have a look at the next one. Let's just quickly look at the army here. 255% attack boost. We have the hover tank and satellite spotter, and railgun and hover tank. I'm not even going to try. I'll not be able to win this with my defense boost. So yeah, no chance. Let's quickly have a look at the fortifications. Here again we can see Eagle Warrior, Jaguar Warrior, the same as we've seen. This has been increased. Not sure if that was the last encounter or this. And then finally this one, which reduces the negotiation costs by 2 each time. But it costs 60 to build, so you will not save more than you spend building it. So the only reason I would build these is, for example, here I have a decent amount of the sausage fork, pickle fork, I forgot what it's called, and the globe. I have no idea what these goods are called anymore. So I could spend these and that would save me some goods I have fewer of. But I'm not going to do that. I have a decent amount of all. So let's continue and let's negotiate this as well. 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, and 5, 0. There we go. 1, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 5, 5, 1. And 1, 1, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 1, 5, 2. Ooh, okay. This one is... yeah, a little bit annoying. Alright, let's try again. So yeah, now after I've done this, I've spent 20 goods. 20 goods or 20 options. That would have saved me 40 goods with the fortification, but the fortification costs 60 to build. So it's definitely not worth it. Alright, again, I'll choose the one I have most of, which is this. Nice, okay. So that's 20 diamonds. Let's keep a track of that as well. And that actually brings up another interesting question. The 5th level does not give any diamonds. There has been some speculation, I mentioned it in my last video, that the previous levels would not give diamonds anymore. We don't know anything about it. At the moment, the previous levels, so level 1, 2, 3, and 4, have the same rewards as they have on live. But they have announced changes, so we will have to see what those changes are. Anyways, let's have a quick look at the army here. 269 attack boost. And here we have a little bit of a mix. We have a little bit of everything. And second wave, a little bit of everything as well. This one might actually be easier than the last fight, or the last 2 fights, but I still don't think it's worth attempting, so I'll just negotiate. Before I do it, let's quickly have a look at the fortifications. So here we have another option, the Great Warrior Temple. And we also have 2 slots. And then we have Temple of Infiltration. So this one gives both of these attack boosts. And the Infiltration one will infiltrate the enemy army, which is quite nice. And then finally here, again, we have this statue that reduces the negotiation costs. However, this time, you can see that it costs, 150 goods to build. And you definitely don't save that many goods by building it. So, not worth building. So this time as well, I will not be building anything. And let's negotiate. Alright, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5, 0. 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 1, 4, 4, 5, 2. Ooh, still a 50-50. 1, 8, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 2, 5, 8. Alright, this time, luckily, we are successful. So yeah, nice. Without FOE helper, this would definitely be quite tricky. But yeah. And here we finally get some of the fragments of the Forgotten Temple. Alright, which is quite insane, as you can see here. Again, you get both attack and defense. The symbol there is for attack and defense. Now, if you look at the rewards here, we can see that they start giving avatars. There are 18 avatars in total. You have, I'm pretty sure there are 9 encounters that give them. So you have these 3, and these 3 as well, I'm pretty sure. So we have 9 options of getting them. A very small chance, as you can see. But the way this will work, I'm pretty sure, is that once you have gotten all of these avatars, which will probably take quite a few weeks, but once you have, then going forward, these options here, or these encounters here, will also be guaranteed to be the Feathered Serpent Statue, Chains, I believe this is, the Greater Ritual Flame, Feathered Serpent Statue, Main Building, and the Forgotten Temple. Oh, this is already guaranteed. So that's how I believe these will work. Alright, let's quickly have a look at the army here. 283 boosts, and this one, yeah, the second wave here will be very difficult. I'll definitely win the first one, but the second one will be very difficult. And here we see a repeat. We have Eagle Warrior, Jaguar Warrior, and we have this guy again that reduces the options, which I will be building. So, as I understand it right now, it seems like the first encounter, or the first 3 encounters, all have, if we go back here, the first 3 encounters of a section, so each level is split into 4 sections, so the first 3 in each section have the Eagle Warrior and Jaguar Warrior Temple, and then the last one has the Great Warrior and the Temple of Infiltration on the attacking side. Then on the negotiation side, the first encounter of each section, like this one, has this statue, which reduces the options, and then all the other 3 in a section has the one that reduces the amount of goods. So at least as of right now, when negotiating, I would only buy the fortification on the first encounter of each section of the level. Alright, let's negotiate 20. Oh, actually, that I think didn't point it out, but let me see. Yeah, so in the previous levels, the cost here was 40, so that's really steep. That's really, really steep. Alright, let's continue. And luckily, with the reduced options, this one will be a bit easier. And still only 90%, so might still have to spend some diamonds, but probably not. No, there we go, 100%. Alright, nice. So there we go. Still have 20 minutes. I do need to speed things up a little bit. Alright, let's see if I get any avatars. Nope, I don't. So here we have the chain buildings, which I went over in the last video. So here, Eagle Warrior, Jaguar Warrior, and the one that reduces, I'm not going to pronounce these names, and the one that reduces the negotiation costs, so I'm not going to be building anything here. As for the army, we have to 98%. The first fight I'll definitely be able to win. This one will be very tricky, so again I will negotiate. 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9. Alright, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2. 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 1, 4, 0, 5, 1. Ooh, okay, quite a small chance, but let's see if you're lucky. Nah, but that's fine. I'll happily spend those diamonds. Definitely worth a lot more than the hundreds of goods I used. Alright, nice. Okay, do we get an avatar here? Nope, we don't. Still some fragments. Alright, let's quickly look at this first. 313. And again, the first fight here, definitely winnable. Second fight here will be really hard, so again, I will not be doing it. And again, Eagle Warrior, Jaguar Warrior, and do see these go up a bit. And this one again, now it reduces it by 3, but still we have to spend 90 goods, so I have to choose goods 30 times for it to be worth it, and that's not gonna happen. So let's actually count how many times I spend goods. So on the first wave here we have 5. That's 5 options. Second wave here only 4, so that is 9 options in total. So that now we have 9, 4 more, so that is 13. So 13 options. And there we go, 15 options. So if I bought that, I would have saved 45 goods, but I would have had to spend 90 goods to save those 45 goods. So again, not worth it. And I don't think I need to point it out going forward. It's definitely not worth it. All right. Now, I've already bought quite a lot with medals, and I do want to save some of those for expansions, so I'll just use diamonds to get some more attempts. That's fine with me. Let's look at the values here. 329, still not too big of a jump. We'll probably see that towards the end. And again, a mix of everything. I don't think I'll be able to win this. I'm not even going to try. As for fortification, again we see Great Warrior, Temple of Infiltration, same thing we saw last time. And again, this one to reduce costs. Now it's, 190, so definitely not worth building. Alright, let's negotiate. There we go. Getting a little bit quicker using my numbers. Alright. Now 11394359. And nice, 100%. So no need to spend any diamonds here either. We are at 30 diamonds so far, I'm pretty sure. Alright, there we go. And we get some more fragments of the Forgotten Temple. And again, here you can see avatar, 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 and no avatars here. So the Forgotten Temple is guaranteed, so that's quite nice. It's the other buildings that you might be out of sync a little bit, which will be a bit annoying, but it's not that big of a deal because once you get past it, you'll get past it. And again, we are at the first encounter of the section, so we will get to this option here, which I'll definitely build to make the negotiation easier. Let's quickly look at the fight here. Getting a mix now on these as well. They were all 4 and 4, the other options. Yeah, I don't think I need to try. What was the values? It was 378, so yeah, at this point I'm not sure if I'll be able to win even the easy fights or simple fights. Alright. Let's negotiate. 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, and 1. Having a little drink. 2, 5, 4, 9. Alright, nice. 15 minutes left, so I do need to... I think I'll be fine with the time. Not that many encounters left. Alright, let's continue. Let's have a quick look at the boosts here. 487. This is a big jump. That's almost 100. So that's definitely a big jump. And again, I'm not going to be able to win that, that's for sure. And again, here we can see Eagle, Jaguar, and this one, Sakatsantli. Let's have a go at that. Now it's reducing it by 4, but it's still not worth it. It costs a lot to build. That's 110, so yeah, not worth building. Alright. 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5, 0. 1, 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 5, 8. There we go. 1, 4, 4, 3, and 5, 9. Ooh, quite a small chance now, but who knows? We might be lucky. No. And I really hate when I have multiple options on one slot, but that's what you'll have to deal with. Again, I'll go for the highest. And again, it's right. Nice. Okay, so that's 40 diamonds in total. But again, not that big of a deal. And still no avatars, which I'm fine with. You'll get them eventually, but I don't really like them. Alright, still no reason to build any of the encounters. I'm definitely not going to be fighting. Now it's jumped even higher, 611. That's a lot. And again, this one seems a little bit easier. We have no hover tanks, but still going to be challenging, I'm pretty sure. Or impossible with my boosts, but it would still be challenging. I haven't pointed out the cost, but we are now up to 42. Which, you know, is the answer to everything. So let's hope this one goes better than the last time. 2, 4, 6, 5, 1. 60% chance now. Ooh, 100%. Nice. 3, 4, 4, 2, 5, 7. Alright, nice. So no diamonds there. And do we get an avatar? Nope, we don't. Alright. I don't actually want the avatars, but again, you will get them eventually. 751, that's also quite a big jump. This again would be quite challenging to win. And again here, Great Warrior, Temple of Infiltration, and this one again, reducing by 5 now, but still not worth it for the cost. We are now up to, what's that, to 30, 240, something like that in cost, 240 I believe. So that's definitely a big no. Let's continue. 829 4253 1524 4858. Ooh, quite a small chance. Let's see if we are lucky. Ooh, nice, we are. I think I've been quite. I think I've had quite decent luck when it comes to the negotiations so far. All right, final section again. Avatar, avatar, avatar. No avatar. All right, let's give it a go. Let's quickly have a look at the. Oh, these have been scrambled. 963. That's a 200 boost, a 200 jump. That's quite a lot. Definitely no chance. However, we are at the first encounter. So we can build this to reduce the number of options, which will make it a little bit easier to negotiate. There we go. So 1526374859. There we go. 1223384158. There we go. 82% chance. Should be quite easy then. 52. And there we go. Nice. 100%. And I also noticed I didn't have to spend any of these, which are the ones that I am lowest on, I'm pretty sure. So that's nice. 4253. Alright, nice. There we go. Do we get an avatar? No, still no avatar. Alright. Oh, building. Here we can see it reduces it by 6, which is a decent amount. But the cost is higher than... This one might actually be close, but I still think it would be higher. It's 140 here. So I don't think that's worth going for. 6 times 10, 20. It might be worth, but probably not worth going for. So I will not be going for it. Let's count how many I actually use. So 1, 6. Oh, I don't think I checked the attacking values. Here we are at 1210. That's quite a lot. All right. Let's negotiate. Let's see how many attempts I use. 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5, 0. That is 5 options. 9 options with these. 12 options with these. 13, 14. So 14 times 6. That is 84. Is that correct? So yeah, definitely would not have saved any goods if I bought that fortification. So again, not worth going for the fortifications. That reduces the costs. All right. Still no avatar. I still don't mind. All right, let's have a look again at the buildings. They'll be the same. Yeah, so Eagle Warrior, Jaguar Warrior, and they do increase. They are quite a lot higher here, which is nice. But still, probably wouldn't help that much in the fight. And again, this one, it's not going to reduce it by enough for it to be worth it. And here we can see the cost is very high now. It is 53. Last one was 49. Forgot to mention that, I believe. Alright, let's go quickly through this. Oh, I missed that. There we go. And I do see that I do have plenty of time. I have 9 minutes left of my boost, so don't need to hurry up that much, which is nice. 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 1, 5, 2. 1, 2, 2, 4. 100%. Nice. I'm still at 40 diamonds in total, I believe, on this level, so that's nice. And no avatar, but that's actually nice, and I'll show that in a moment. Oh, let's buy one more attempt. Let's do some diamonds. I wouldn't do this on my normal world, I would just wait, but That's not fun for the video. Let's look at the final level. It is 1829. That is quite a lot indeed. And just as a reminder, in Iron Age, this one has 1000, around 1000 attack boost. And in Space Age Jupiter Moon, it's 2500 something. I think it's almost 2600 attack boosts. So quite a lot. I definitely have no chance with my with my boosts. Again, Great Warrior and Temple of Infiltration on the final level. And again, here we have this statue that reduces the costs by 8. But again, not worth it for the cost here. The cost is, what's that, 120, 170 something. 270 something, so definitely not worth it. You will not be able to save that many goods unless you do multiple attempts at this, but I'm definitely not doing that. And here you can see at the final level the costs are 78, so that's quite a lot. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's see how many I actually have to spend. I doubt I think I have enough goods. I don't think I need to worry about that. And you can see that yeah, this is one I have the least of, and yeah, no chance I'll have to spend that many, so we're good on that front. But it will definitely be very taxing when it comes to the number of goods you need. And nice, I was able to win it without having to buy any additional turns. So that means I spent 40 diamonds this time around. And I think that's probably a decent amount, but I think somewhere between 50 and perhaps 100 diamonds would be the average amount of diamonds you need to buy these extra attempts, and I think that's fair enough, fine enough. If you are able to get through the level here, you probably will be able to generate 100 diamonds per week anyways. But that's up to you, of course. Alright, 25 fragments of the Forgotten Temple, and there we go. We have now completed the final level of the guild expedition. If we go back to the city, Impressive Defender, nice. So that's one of the achievements. Now let's quickly have a look at my goods now. I should have written these down, but I do have them in the beginning of the video, so you can do the math yourself, or I can do it. I'll do it. In the pinned comment, I will be writing down the costs, how much I actually spent on this level. I do have some trades out, but I don't think any of those have been taken. We can check that out in the event here. Let's go for trade events. Yeah, none of my trades have been taken, so I do know that I can compare the starting number of goods to this ending number of goods to find that. I do believe, or I know that there have been quite a few estimates. I know someone I know had to spend 10,400 goods on this level to go through it. I have a feeling I might have spent less now, but it might still be around 10,000. But I think that 10,000 goods per week is a good estimate. So that's a very high estimate. It means that you have to generate 1,500 goods per day to be able to negotiate your way through the final encounter. And that might be quite challenging early on. It probably is still, or it's definitely achievable for a lot of the end game players. It's a great use for the space colonies, finally. You might actually have a use for all of those goods you're able to produce. Me personally, for example, I have 20, 30, 40,000 of each goods in the last 2 ages on my worlds, and I have hardly played, so it's definitely possible to get a lot of goods, but I do think a lot of newer players will find it really challenging to complete this level, especially because they can't really fight. There's no way you'll be able to fight against 1,000 attack enemies in the Iron Age with your city defense. So it's definitely very challenging, and I wouldn't be surprised if the attack values go down a little bit. I also think that it would make sense if they lowered the goods requirements in the lower ages. I think the goods requirements are fine for negotiating in the highest stages, but in lower ages, I do think it would make sense if they lowered them a little bit, because in the lower ages you have less space and it's not as easy to produce the goods. But yeah, that's the current balancing as you could see here. I do think it is really challenging. I don't mind it. I do think it should be challenging. I think they might have overdone it a little bit in terms of the challenge, or in terms of the amount of resources you need to spend. But yeah, that's the current state. Hope you found that interesting. Let's quickly look at the rewards. So, Fragments of Divine Sky, we have 30 of 120. Fragments of Feathered Serpent Statue Selection Kit, we have 50 out of 200. The Feathered Serpent Statue Chain Buildings, we have 25 out of 100. For a Forgotten Temple, we have 50 out of 200. And Greater Ritual Flame, we have 25 of 100. You might notice that all of these are a quarter of what you need to get those buildings. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, you will get each of these buildings, or each of these kits, every 4 weeks. That means that you need 12 weeks to get one of these to the final level, which I don't really mind, because as you can see, they are really powerful. That is 15 attack and defense boost. It is both values. Don't be fooled by the symbol. So that is a 30 combined attack boost from this building. It is only 3x2, really small. So I think that's fine, that you have to wait 12 weeks before you can get one fully leveled. And every 12 weeks you will also get 3 chain buildings. I would probably go for this one, the Serpent Fins. The building, it's only 2x2, but it gives 5+5, or 5 attack and 5 defense for attacking army. So 10 combined attack, that's 2.5 combined attack per tile. This might also be an interesting option. Depending on how much more you need to be able to do some more fights, this might be a good option. I don't know. I'm still a bit undecided. Personally, I think that on my main world, I will be negotiating. On my secondary world, I am lucky enough to have higher age units, which I do believe will make it relatively easy to actually fight my way through, even though I don't have a lot of defense. We'll of course have to see, but I'm pretty sure that I will be able to fight through all of it in Industrial Age, which I am there. And then on the third world that I started last year, I don't really play too much on it, so not sure if I'll even bother with that. But on the 2 worlds that I care the most of, I think that I'll be fine with negotiating and then fighting with kind of a cheesy strategy of using the higher age units. So that's the rewards. Let's see, is there anything else that should be mentioned? I don't think so. So I guess just to summarize once again my initial impressions, I am generally quite happy with it. I don't think the fortifications, actually let's talk about the fortifications. I don't think the fortifications are impactful enough right now. There's only really one option that is impactful, and that is the one that reduces the number of options when you negotiate. That one is good, but the attack boosts are not high enough in my opinion. And the goods reduction, that's not high enough, because it costs more to build it than you actually save by using it. In anything but very rare situations, so that's not worth it. And I don't think any of the attack options are really, I wouldn't say they're not worth it, it's just that they don't play a big enough role. I think with the attack boosts, if you need them, so I don't think there are a lot of situations where you need them. Either you have enough attack boosts on your own, where you don't need them, or you don't have enough attack boosts and getting that fortification will not matter. It's not going to be a big enough deal. I think that's how I look at it right now. That might change, but we did see that in some of these later ones. The fortifications did give quite a lot of attack boost. I think the highest I saw was 250 defense boost and 160, 70 attack boost or something like that for your armies, which is not, it's not little, it's not nothing. And if you can, I think it was it 170 attack and defense times 2, that's 300 attack and defense. That might be worth it. So yeah, I don't know. But so far I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the fortifications. I'm quite happy with the mechanic, I don't mind that. But I do think they need to be worked on a little bit to make them a little bit more appealing, with the exception of the one that reduces options. So yeah. Another thing, personally I am happy that the rewards are guaranteed, more or less. You do have the avatars, which will be a little bit annoying to deal with early on, but once you do get past them, which probably will take quite a few weeks, probably I know a year plus, but once you do eventually get them, you will start getting a guaranteed reward, and I think that's fine enough. I think that's quite alright. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I guess it is a debate between getting a small piece guaranteed every time or having a small chance of getting an item full each time. And personally, I'm more on the guaranteed, slow but steady spectrum. I prefer that, but I can definitely see why people would prefer the other way around as well, with a lower chance, but you get a full item instead. But yeah, less chance, less RNG when it is guaranteed, and that's what I prefer. Alright, I've been going on for almost an hour now, so I think it's time to end. This has been the first level of my first playthrough of the level 5. Again, I will write down in the pinned comment how many goods I actually spent. I will do the calculations after I end this video. And one final thing before I end, let me thank my Patreons for their support. I would like to thank Homstar, Lorden, Buckanobin, Kim Cayley, Rolf the 8th, PQ the Goat, Dan Simonad, Chanti, Merrick B, Hugo Count von Count, Truth the Generous, Susan Weiss, Rocco, Merton Emrys, Spike from No Remorse, Privacy Avenger, Henrik Dari Clarbert, Mattia, Obshy the Obsessed, Raf, Adaril, Mike, Wolfby, Atomic, Ruth, Flavis Belisarius, Karen, and Dennis. Thanks a lot for your support, thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you in the future.